Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. We got 9 matchups on this NBA slate today, so go ahead and like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below, and go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 2 risk-free bets just for signing up. Don't even have to deposit anything, which I recommend you guys do in the end because super fun site. But go ahead and try the risk-free stuff, see if you guys like it. Get those free bets in, and yeah, we'll hop into it here. 9 matchups to start the week, starting with the Toronto Raptors versus the New York Knicks. Knicks opening up as 6.5-point favorites with the over/under at 212.5. You can get the Knicks on the money line at -250. Toronto +210. The last 10 head-to-head, Toronto 8-2. Toronto 17-3 in their last 20 on the road. The Knicks 14-4 at home here. Both teams playing really good. Both teams on a 3-game winning streak. Toronto's looked really good in their last 3 against Indy, Orlando, and Indy. But the Knicks, quality wins over Philly, Chicago, and the Pelicans. I think this is a much better team for this Knicks club. I like Knicks minus the points, and we'll take the Knicks on the money line here. Next matchup, we have the Washington Wizards versus the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks opening up as 5.5-point favorites with the over/under at 222. You can get the Hawks on the money line at -205. The Wizards +175. Atlanta 6-4 in their last 10 head-to-head. Washington 4-1 covering the spread in their last 5 against Atlanta. Atlanta, they're on 2-game losing streak here. Washington playing really good, coming off the 2 games ago beating Atlanta 122-111 here. Really surprised of the season the way Washington's been playing, 5-1. I mean, man, they look really good here. Gonna roll with the hot team plus the points. We'll take the Wizards +5.5 here. Next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Denver Nuggets. Memphis opening up as 1.5-point favorites with the over/under at 216. You can get Memphis on the money line at -125. The Denver +105. Denver 7-3 in their last 10 head-to-head here. Denver riding a little 2-game winning streak coming into this. 7-1 in their last 8 against Memphis. Getting Denver as the underdog, that just seems very appealing to me here. We'll take the 1.5 with the Nuggets. Next matchup, we have the Orlando Magic versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota opening up as 9-point favorites with the over/under at 214.5. You can get Minnesota on the money line at -375. Orlando +305. Orlando 1-9 on the road, 1-13 in their last 14. They've had a rough start to the season here. Minnesota coming off a Denver loss. They're playing pretty decent, but it's just hard to trust this Orlando team. 9 points isn't too bad, but I'm probably going to stay away from Orlando here. We'll take the Timberwolves -9, but I think the Timberwolves are more of a money line play for your parlays. 9 points is too much, but I could definitely see the Magic losing by double digits for sure. So we'll take Minnesota here. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Clippers opening up as 11-point favorites with the over/under at 213. You can get the Clippers on the money line at -600. The Thunder +460. Clippers 6-4 in their last 10 head-to-head. OKC 0-6 on the road against the Clippers. Clippers 6-0 at home against OKC, but Clippers have been struggling here, riding a 2-game losing streak. Just haven't had a good start to the season. Neither has OKC here. Not in love with this matchup. I think 11 points is too much for the struggling Clippers team to cover. I do think they definitely the more talented team to win here, but 11 points is too much for a pretty bad Clippers team to start the season. We'll take the free points with the Thunder. All right, next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Boston Celtics. Celtics opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 216.5. The last 10 head-to-head. Boston 7-3. Chicago 4-12 in their last 16 against Boston. 4-12 covering against Boston here. Boston 5-1 covering at home against Chicago. Yeah, Boston, man, they've kind of been a letdown early this season. Haven't been playing that great. We know the Bulls lost Patrick Williams for the season, but this roster is still, really good here in Boston. They've been struggling. Back-to-back losses to the Wizards. I'm going to take the free points with the Bulls here. I'm going to roll with Chicago. Next matchup, we have the San Antonio Spurs versus the Indiana Pacers. Pacers opening up as 3.5-point favorites with the over-under at 218.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Pacers 6-4. Spurs 2-5 in their last 7 against Indiana. 2-8 covering against Indiana here. Indiana not playing great basketball here. 1-7 in their last 8. They've been struggling big time here. Currently on a 4-game losing streak. Not playing great. Spurs not playing the best basketball either here, but don't love either team here. Both teams are struggling. We'll take the 3.5 points for San Antonio. Next matchup, we have the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers opening up as 6-point favorites with the over-under at 225.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Portland 7-3. Portland racking up a couple wins here. Nice little win over the Clippers and over Memphis. And, coming off that loss against Charlotte, rough loss for Portland here. Portland, they're just a really hard team to trust. It just really is. Lillard hasn't been playing that great to start the season. I like Philly in this matchup, -6. I think there'll be a nice money line play, but I just trust the Sixers a little bit more in this matchup here. And, gonna roll with Philly in this matchup here. And then the last matchup, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 225.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Charlotte 6-4. Cleveland, back-to-back losses here. They were able to cover on the last one, being 10-point underdogs. Charlotte coming off that bad Miami loss here. They've already played Cleveland this season and winning 123-112 as 2.5-point favorites. I think I'm going to take the Hornets -4.5 here. They've been playing better. Cavs have been covering, but I feel like I can only trust the Cavs when they're like pretty big underdogs. That's when they've been covering most of the season. I'm going to roll with the Hornets. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.